Hi everyone, if you're struggling not getting success, then this video is for you. Nowadays, there's one truth in life that nobody can change. Your success is in your hands. It is not in the hands of luck. The only person who has the power to decide your future is you. But the question is, do you believe in yourself? Today, we'll talk about it. My name is Muniba Mazari, and I'm a motivational speaker. If you find this video fruitful, then you can appreciate me by like and subscribe and start a new journey with me. Let's start the topic. Hello, beautiful souls. I want to start with a question. How many of you truly believe you are capable of building the life you dream of? You see, I once sat where you sit today, facing a world that seemed impossible, fighting battles I didn't even know how to fight. Now, let me tell you something that I've learned. The battle for your dreams starts in your mind. If you can win there, everything else will fall into place. So, let's talk about building a winning mindset in the next 30 days. Every day we are faced with decisions that shape our reality. Most of the time, we feel like life is happening to us, and we are just riding the waves. But here's a truth you need to realize. You are the one in control of how you respond to life. The most powerful tool you possess is your ability to choose your mindset. It might seem like a simple concept, but when you deeply understand the power of choice, it becomes a game changer in every aspect of your life. The moment you wake up in the morning, you're given a fresh opportunity to decide how you want your day to unfold. How you start your day determines how you approach everything that follows. Do you wake up with a sense of dread, thinking about everything you have to do? Or do you open your eyes with a sense of purpose, excitement, and determination? That small decision, that choice, can set the tone for your entire day, and it doesn't take much to switch the narrative. Imagine this. You wake up and your mind immediately starts listing everything that could go wrong. Your workload, your responsibilities, the challenges ahead. You start the day feeling overwhelmed before it even begins. Now, imagine you wake up, take a deep breath, and tell yourself, today, I will take control of my mindset. Today, I will choose to look at every challenge as an opportunity. This is the moment where your power lies. And this shift is where everything begins to change. What's crucial to understand is that your mindset is a choice you make each and every day. It doesn't come from external factors or your circumstances. It comes from within. The world doesn't dictate how you feel about it. You decide. You choose whether you let setbacks control you or whether you rise above them. Do you choose to focus on what you can't control? Or do you decide to focus on what you can? You have the power to rewrite the script of your life. The moment you realize this, your life transforms. Now, you might be thinking, but how do I make this work in my daily life? It begins with something small, something simple, becoming aware of your thoughts. Most of the time, we operate on autopilot, letting our thoughts dictate how we feel and what we do. But when you catch yourself thinking negatively or feeling helpless, pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this thought serving me? If the answer is no, then it's time to make a conscious choice to shift that thought. It was about reframing your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. You have the choice to make every thought work for you, not against you. If you find yourself overwhelmed by the tasks ahead, remind yourself, I can handle this. I am capable. This challenge will make me stronger. If you feel self-doubt creeping in, tell yourself, I have faced difficulties before and I overcame them. I am resilient and I can do this. Your thoughts are the foundation of your mindset, and every thought you choose builds the life you want. The power of choice extends beyond your thoughts. It's in your actions too. When faced with a challenge, you can choose to retreat or to move forward. Every action, no matter how small, begins with a decision. It's the choice to take one step, even if it feels like you're not ready, even if you're uncertain of the outcome. When you choose to act, even in the face of fear or doubt, you send a powerful message to your subconscious. You are in control. The more you choose to take action, the more your confidence grows. And with that, your mindset becomes stronger and more resilient. It's essential to realize that your mindset doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Each day is a new opportunity to choose positivity over negativity, hope over despair, progress over stagnation. You won't always feel like choosing a positive mindset, but the beauty is that you don't have to rely on your emotions to decide. Choose it anyway. The more you do, the more it becomes a habit, and soon enough, your automatic reaction will be one of strength, resilience, and confidence. So, how can you start practicing this today? Start with small choices. When something doesn't go your way, instead of succumbing to frustration, decide to view it as a lesson. When a challenge arises, instead of focusing on the obstacles, focus on the opportunities. Remind yourself that every situation, no matter how difficult, carries with it the potential for growth. You don't have to be a victim of your circumstances. You can be the architect of your mindset. And here's the most powerful part of it all. The more you choose a winning mindset, the more it becomes your reality. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your life. It's a cycle that feeds itself. Positive choices lead to positive actions, and positive actions lead to positive results. Remember, you don't have to wait for the world to change for you. You have the power to change the world by changing the way you think. Every day is a new opportunity to choose to be the person you want to become. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today. Start now. The moment you choose to take control of your mindset is the moment everything begins to shift. Failure is a concept that many of us try to avoid, but what if I told you that failure is not your enemy, but your greatest teacher? Society often frames failure as a negative experience, something to be ashamed of or to avoid at all costs. But what if we shifted our perspective and saw failure as an opportunity to grow, evolve, and ultimately succeed? Failure is not the end of the road. It's the stepping stone to your future success. So let's face it, we all fail at some point in our lives. It's inevitable. No one is exempt. The difference between those who rise to the top and those who stay stuck often lies in how they view and handle failure. The truly successful people are the ones who embrace failure, learn from it, and use it as fuel to propel them forward. When you fail, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-doubt, to wonder if you're good enough or to question if your dreams are even worth pursuing. And I urge you to shift that thinking. Instead of asking, "Why did I fail?" ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Every failure holds a lesson, and that lesson is your gateway to growth. Think about the most successful people in the world, the ones we admire, the ones who have accomplished what seemed impossible. Do you think they got there by avoiding failure? Absolutely not. They failed again and again, but each time they got back up, more determined and more equipped to face the next challenge. Every time they fell, they chose to rise. And the key word here is chose. Failure is not something that happens to you. It's something you experience, and how you choose to respond to it is what truly matters. When you experience failure, it's easy to internalize it. You may start to feel like you're not good enough, that you're destined to fail again and again. But let me tell you this, failure does not define you. It is a moment, not a label. It does not dictate your worth or your ability to succeed. In fact, the more you fail, the closer you get to success, because failure teaches you valuable lessons that success simply cannot. It reveals your weaknesses, shows you areas for improvement, and helps you refine your approach. Every time you fail, you gain more knowledge, more resilience, and more clarity about what works and what doesn't. Here's the truth. The more you fail, the more you learn to trust yourself. It's in those moments of failure that you discover your inner strength. You start to realize that you're not fragile. You're not as easily broken as you thought. Each setback, each mistake is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can overcome anything. It's through failure that you build resilience. And resilience is the cornerstone of success. One of the most powerful aspects of failure is its ability to shift your perspective. After you fail, you often feel like you're at your lowest point. But that's exactly when you have the opportunity to redefine your limits and challenge what you thought was possible. If you always succeed on your first try, you'll never know how strong you truly are. Failure forces you to dig deeper, to search for new solutions, to be more creative and resourceful. It's not the failure that defines you, it's how you respond to it that shapes your character and future. Remember this, failure is not a reflection of your abilities. It's a reflection of your willingness to take risks and pursue your goals. If you're not failing, it probably means you're not pushing yourself enough. You're playing it safe. Success doesn't come from staying comfortable. It comes from stepping outside of your comfort zone, taking chances, and learning from every experience, good or bad. The more risks you take, the more you grow, and the more opportunities you create for yourself. Now let's talk about something critical, perseverance. It's not the failure itself that determines your success. It's your ability to persevere after you failed. You will stumble, you will fall, and you will face setbacks. But the key to success is not in avoiding failure. It's in getting back up every single time you fall. Perseverance is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's what will get you through the darkest moments when everything feels impossible. So when you fail, and you will, don't quit. Don't let it define you. Keep moving forward. You see, the process of learning from failure is not about being perfect. It's about progress, not perfection. Every time you fail, you get a little bit closer to the person you need to become in order to succeed. Failure is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. It's a powerful tool that allows you to test your limits, push beyond your comfort zone, and grow into the person you're meant to be. So, the next time you fail, don't view it as a defeat, view it as a victory in disguise. A lesson that will help you rise stronger, more focused, and more prepared to face the next challenge. And remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. Gratitude is a practice that often gets overlooked in the hustle and bustle of everyday life, yet it has the power to completely transform our experiences. Gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling, it's a mindset that can shift the entire course of your life. When you wake up in the morning, how do you begin your day? Do you focus on what's wrong, what's missing, or what needs fixing? Or do you take a moment to acknowledge the blessings already present in your life? The simple act of choosing gratitude can change the trajectory of your entire day and eventually your life. When you wake up, before your feet even hit the floor, pause. Take a moment to breathe deeply and think about something, anything that you are grateful for. It doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as being thankful for the bed you slept in, the air you breathe, or the people who love and support you. The key is that you choose to focus on what's good, even when the world seems to be pushing against you. This small shift in your mindset is powerful because it sets a positive tone for the day ahead. We often find ourselves caught up in the problems and challenges that life throws our way. It's so easy to get consumed by the tasks that feel overwhelming, the disappointments that sting, and the obstacles that seem insurmountable. But gratitude is the antidote to all of this. When you choose to focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you begin to see the abundance in your life. You realize that even in moments of struggle, there is always something to be thankful for. Gratitude is a practice that rewires your brain. It trains you to see opportunities where others see problems, to see light in the darkest moments, and to recognize the gifts hidden within the challenges. When you cultivate gratitude, your brain starts to actively seek out the positive, even in situations that seem bleak. This isn't about denying your reality or pretending that life is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the things that are working, the things that are beautiful, and the things that bring you joy. Here's the thing. Gratitude isn't something that just happens automatically. It's a conscious choice that you make every single day. Just like you would train your body through exercise, you must train your mind through practice. If you wait for gratitude to come to you, you may never experience its full power. But if you actively practice it, even on days when everything feels like it's falling apart, you will start to see the world in a completely different way. Let's consider this for a moment. How often do you find yourself looking at what's missing in your life? How often do you get frustrated because things aren't going as planned or you don't have what you want yet? This is normal. We all do it. But the moment you make the shift and start focusing on what you have, the things you once took for granted become the things you cherish. Gratitude has a way of opening your eyes to the beauty and abundance around you, even in the smallest of things. One powerful exercise you can try is to keep a gratitude journal. Every night before you go to bed, write down 3 things you're grateful for that day. They don't have to be big accomplishments. They can be small moments, like enjoying a cup of coffee, receiving a kind word from a friend, or simply having a moment of peace. As you do this regularly, you'll notice a shift in your mindset. You'll start to recognize that life is full of gifts, even when it feels hard. Gratitude opens up the space for more good things to flow into your life. And the more you acknowledge what you're grateful for, the more you attract positive energy. There's something incredibly powerful about the mindset shift that comes with gratitude. It's like a switch that flips in your brain. allowing you to view your life through a lens of abundance rather than lack. The more you focus on what you have, the more you realize just how much you've been given. Gratitude helps you appreciate the present moment instead of constantly looking for the next big thing. It's about being fully present with what is, instead of always striving for what could be. Gratitude is also a magnetic force. When you choose to be thankful, you radiate positive energy, and that energy attracts more positivity into your life. People are naturally drawn to those who are grateful, who appreciate the beauty in the world and in others. By focusing on what you have, you naturally create space for more good things to come into your life. It's a beautiful cycle that feeds itself. So as you navigate your day-to-day life, remember that gratitude isn't something to wait for, it's something to create. It's an attitude, a lens through which you can view the world. Even in moments of struggle, you have the power to choose gratitude. And when you do, you'll discover that the more you focus on what's right, the more right things come your way. Gratitude is a powerful tool, one that can change your life in ways you never imagined. Choose it, practice it, and let it become a part of who you are. Because when you live with gratitude, you invite more of the good into your life. The path to success is not paved with instant wins or shortcuts. Success is built on the foundation of consistent, small steps. Many people make the mistake of thinking that they need to take huge leaps to make meaningful progress. But the truth is the little actions that add up over time that truly lead to lasting change. You don't have to conquer everything at once. It's the small, deliberate steps you take every day that build momentum and bring you closer to your goals. Consider this. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the big picture? You see where you want to be, successful, happy, fulfilled, but the gap between where you are and where you want to be feels insurmountable. That feeling of being stuck, of being too far from your dreams, is common. But here's the key. The only way to close that gap is to focus on the small steps, not the entire mountain. You don't have to climb the mountain in a single bound. You just need to take one step, then another, and then another. Each step you take builds the path toward your success. And soon, you'll realize that what once felt impossible is now within reach. What happens when you focus on making small, consistent progress is that you create a powerful momentum. Each small action you take not only moves you forward, but reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving your dreams. The more you practice consistency, the more it becomes part of who you are. Progress doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment to act. It comes from showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's the habit of progress that will eventually bring you results. Think about your fitness goals. You don't expect to run a marathon the first time you lace up your shoes, do you? You start small. 1 mile, then 2, then 3. You build endurance over time. It's the same in every area of your life. If you want to write a book, you don't need to sit down and write 50,000 words in one day. Start with 500 words a day. If you want to improve your career, you don't need to land your dream job on the first try. Focus on learning a new skill, building relationships, or taking on small projects that will get you closer to your goal. It's the daily, incremental improvements that lead to real transformation. In the process of making small steps toward a big goal, you will inevitably face setbacks. You may have days when nothing seems to go right, when progress feels slow, or when you question whether it's all worth it. This is where many people give up, thinking they're not moving fast enough or that their efforts aren't making a difference. But the key to success is embracing the slow and steady rhythm of progress. Even on days when it feels like you're not making any significant leaps, remember this: every small effort counts, even if you don't see immediate results. The beauty of small steps is that they create a solid foundation. When you build your success brick by brick, you're not only laying down the path to your goals, but you're also strengthening your character, building discipline, and cultivating resilience. These qualities are essential for long-term success. Small steps teach you to stay committed, even when the going gets tough. They teach you patience and perseverance. You can tolerate crap when you're filled. In the long run, these traits will carry you farther than any dramatic breakthrough could. One of the most significant advantages of focusing on small steps is that it allows you to experience progress every day. When you break down a large goal into smaller, manageable pieces, you can celebrate each victory along the way. Every task you complete, every milestone you reach, adds to the growing momentum. This is crucial because, as human beings, we thrive on progress. We want to feel that we are moving forward. Small steps give you the opportunity to celebrate your wins along the way, which keeps your motivation high and your spirits lifted. In addition, small steps help you avoid burnout. When you try to take on too much at once, it's easy to become overwhelmed and exhausted. You start to lose sight of your goals, and eventually you may give up. But by focusing on small, achievable goals, you prevent yourself from burning out. You're not pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion. Instead, you're building a sustainable, long-term approach to success. Another benefit of taking small steps is that it allows you to adjust as you go. When you take things one step at a time, you create space to learn from your mistakes and refine your approach. If you try to tackle everything at once, you often miss the opportunity to fine-tune your strategy. Small steps allow you to evaluate, pivot when necessary, and make adjustments that ensure you're moving in the right direction. Every setback, every mistake, every lesson learned through small actions helps you get closer to your ultimate goal. So as you move forward, remember that success doesn't happen overnight. It's not about taking huge leaps, but about taking one small step at a time, day in and day out. Celebrate the progress, no matter how small it may seem, because it's all moving you closer to where you want to be. Keep your focus on the small actions that will accumulate into extraordinary results over time. And in those moments when the journey feels long, when it feels like you're not getting anywhere, remind yourself that every step forward counts. Every small effort brings you closer to the life you're building. Trust the process, keep stepping forward, and success will follow. The power of self-discipline cannot be overstated. In fact, self-discipline is often the dividing line between those who succeed and those who don't. It's the ability to stay committed to your goals, to push yourself when you'd rather give up, and to stay focused even when distractions threaten to pull you off course. It's easy to get excited about your dreams, but excitement alone won't get you there. Self-discipline is what keeps you moving forward even when the initial enthusiasm fades. Think about the moments in your life when you've achieved something significant. Were those moments the result of a burst of motivation? Or were they the result of consistent, disciplined effort over time? The truth is, it's the quiet, consistent work that leads to lasting success. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or relying on fleeting bursts of inspiration. It's about doing the work day after day, no matter how you feel. Self-discipline is the backbone of your dreams. Without it, your goals will remain just that, goals, never turning into tangible results. One of the most challenging aspects of self-discipline is learning to push through the moments when motivation is nowhere to be found. We all have days when we don't feel like doing the work. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're facing obstacles. Or maybe you simply don't feel inspired. But this is where true self-discipline shines. It's not about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about deciding, no matter how you feel, to take action. It's about building the muscle of consistency, which will eventually carry you even on the toughest days. What sets disciplined individuals apart from others is their ability to make decisions ahead of time when they're not influenced by their emotions. They don't wait until they feel like working. They commit to their plan and stick to it, no matter what. This is where the real power of discipline lies. The hardest part of achieving anything is the ability to stay committed when things get tough. And this is where most people falter. They start off strong but lose steam as challenges arise. Self-discipline isn't about avoiding obstacles. It's about developing the mental fortitude to keep going despite them. Another critical aspect of self-discipline is the ability to say no. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to lose focus and waste time on things that don't move you closer to your goals. Discipline means knowing what to prioritize and what to let go of. It's about making conscious choices that align with your vision. Every time you say no to something that doesn't serve your purpose, you say yes to your dreams. The more you practice this, the clearer your path becomes. You stop letting the noise of the world dictate your actions, and instead, you create your own rhythm. Self-discipline also teaches you to delay gratification. In a society that thrives on instant rewards, this is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. We live in a world of instant access, instant entertainment, instant gratification, but real success doesn't come from immediate rewards. It comes from making decisions today that will pay off tomorrow. Self-discipline teaches you to resist the temptation of quick fixes, to stay focused on the long-term vision, and to understand that the rewards of true success require time, effort, and patience. The beauty of self-discipline is that it compounds over time. Every small decision you make, every action you take, every sacrifice you endure adds up. It may not seem like much in the moment, but day after day, you're building the foundation for your success. Each small victory strengthens your ability to stay disciplined, and as time passes, you begin to see the fruits of your labor. The results won't be instant, but they will be profound. Self-discipline is the secret ingredient that turns your dreams into reality. The discipline to keep going, even when things are hard, is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. It's easy to start something, but what separates those who succeed from those who give up is the ability to continue, no matter how long the journey takes. The road to success is not linear. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. But if you can stay disciplined, if you can push through those difficult times, you will eventually reach your destination. Success is not a matter of talent. It's a matter of tenacity. And the heart of self-discipline is the ability to believe in yourself even when the road ahead seems long and uncertain. When you are disciplined, you trust that your effort will pay off, even if it takes time. It's the faith that the work you're putting in today will set you up for the future you desire. Self-discipline isn't about making things easy. It's about doing what needs to be done, no matter how hard it may seem in the moment. It's about showing up consistently, even when you're tired, even when it feels like you're not making progress. And this is where the power of self-discipline really lies. It's not just about the actions you take, it's about who you become in the process. Every time you push yourself, every time you make a disciplined choice, you strengthen your character. Self-discipline builds resilience, it builds strength, and it builds confidence. And these qualities will carry you far beyond any individual goal. They'll help you face any challenge that comes your way and overcome any obstacle. So when you find yourself struggling to stay disciplined, remember, the work you're doing today is shaping the person you'll become tomorrow. The discipline you practice now will create the success you experience in the future. Keep pushing forward, keep making those small, disciplined decisions every day, and you will see your life transform in ways you never imagined. Success isn't about talent, it's about discipline. And with enough discipline, there's nothing you can't achieve. Life will never be free from challenges. In fact, it's in the very nature of our journey that obstacles will appear, often when we least expect them. But here's the secret. Adversity is not something to fear or avoid. It's something to embrace. It's in these moments of difficulty that we have the opportunity to grow, to sharpen our skills, and to test the very limits of our resilience. How we handle adversity defines who we are. Lizha, it's not the challenges that determine our success. It's the way we choose to face them. When life throws obstacles in your path, the first instinct might be to question why they're happening. You may ask yourself, why me? Or why now? But these questions are the very ones that keep us stuck in a victim mindset. Instead of focusing on the why, focus on the how. How are you going to rise above this challenge? How will you use this experience to grow stronger, more capable, and more resilient? Life will always present you with difficulties, but you have the power to decide how you respond to them. Every obstacle that comes your way is an opportunity. It's easy to see them as setbacks, but in reality, they are the stepping stones toward your success. Challenges refine you. They force you to dig deep, to confront your weaknesses, and to stretch your limits. Without obstacles, there would be no growth. Think about the strongest trees in the forest. They don't grow in perfect conditions. They grow in environments where they must withstand harsh winds, storms, and challenge. It's the adversity they face that strengthens their roots and makes them resilient. The same is true for you. When you face adversity, you have two choices. You can either let it defeat you, or you can rise above it. Resilience is the choice to keep moving forward even when it feels like the world is pushing against you. It's the ability to say, I may be knocked down, but I will not be kept down. Every time you face a challenge and keep going, you're building a new layer of strength. The more you embrace challenges, the more capable you become of handling future obstacles with grace and confidence. A critical part of resilience is the mindset you adopt during times of adversity. When you're in the midst of difficulty, it's easy to feel hopeless or to get bogged down by negative thoughts. But this is where your mental toughness comes into play. Your mindset can either be your greatest asset or your biggest liability. The most successful individuals are those who cultivate a mindset that sees opportunities in every setback. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this trying to teach me? Every challenge carries with it a lesson. And if you choose to embrace it, you'll emerge from the experience more knowledgeable, more capable, and more prepared for whatever comes next. Resilience also involves having patience. It's about understanding that the road to success is rarely a straight line. There will be bumps along the way, and you may not reach your destination as quickly as you would like. But the key is to keep going, to stay committed to your vision, and to trust that every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. When faced with adversity, it's important to remember that success is a marathon, not a sprint. Every challenge is part of your journey, and it's moving you closer to your ultimate goals. In moments of adversity, it's crucial to lean on your support system. No one achieves success alone. Even the most resilient people rely on the strength and encouragement of others. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a community of like-minded individuals, having a support network can help you maintain perspective and find the strength to keep going. The power of resilience is often magnified when you have others by your side, cheering you on and reminding you of your worth and your potential. Another important aspect of resilience is the ability to adapt. Challenges often force you to look at situations from a new perspective. They push you to think creatively, to find alternative solutions, and to adjust your approach. The ability to adapt in the face of adversity is one of the hallmarks of a resilient individual. Instead of being rigid in your thinking, you learn to bend and adjust as needed, always keeping your eyes on the bigger picture. This flexibility will help you navigate through challenges more effectively and prevent you from becoming stuck in the face of difficulties. It's easy to let adversity discourage you, but remember this: resilience is not about never facing obstacles. It's about choosing to stand tall and keep moving forward despite them. Every time you push through a challenge, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling whatever life throws your way. You become stronger, more confident, and more equipped to handle future difficulties with grace and determination. Resilience is the muscle that gets stronger the more you use it. Every challenge is a chance to build your resilience. The more you face adversity head-on, the more capable you become of handling the next challenge, and the next, and the next. With each obstacle you overcome, you become more unshakable in your belief in yourself and your ability to achieve anything. In the end, it's not the challenges that define you, but how you respond to them. And if you embrace them as opportunities for growth, you'll find that no obstacle is too great to overcome.